welcome you all to today's program on Abrabot TV show on GAM TV South 2. Today I'm going to mix the language. I'm going to speak English, then translate it in the three language for others to be able to understand what we are trying to say on this television set today. And then you know, the American nane say me baba be kabrofo na maka twi so aka ho na ene adwumadi na wo hwe ye no eye Auntie Susie Stuffing ona fa say adwumadi we si ehu eka na wo se me kan cho say wo pentuma ana wo lace ana wo pe entuma papa eti ase a fo ani che Susie Stuffing obenya eniema bebre atop e de akofie na wo se me kan wo say sikamane na ye kofie no unity for so man ho kwan so ono so nye bi se de me kan da no si market we bi na do for ensaka e dia sumdwe abefie na ode entuma yi e maame ana atade maame no e na ankamu da so giye e no de apaso esi mu tutwa na ode hye mi enti osikani hu se mabrante no edi mu papa na me ka to so hwe ankamu da no so apamatade ama so ye oba wo bema ana wo ye abofra na ye panin wo mi osikani a bebo modin a e de wa ma ankamu da no so apam entade ni bi e di ama na enedwumadi no maame san fa nko brofo e. Today on my show, I have one lawyer. I will not say much about him. I'll let him introduce himself for you, and he will tell us what he do, basically as a lawyer. You're welcome, lawyer.
Thank you very much.
And you know what? My name is Oskeni, and I would also like to know your name. What is your name, lawyer?
My name is Thomas Kouwenhoven. I'm a Dutch lawyer. I really like to be on the show. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Actually, my program is about issues of life. And when we say issues of life, we dive into all corners concerning life. And I think being a lawyer, you also have a part to play in our lives. That is why I invited you today on my show to explain to the viewers what you have in stock for us. So, lawyer, if I may ask, you said you're a Dutch lawyer. What are your specializations?
There are lots of aspects of law. I specialize in three. The first one is immigration law.
Yeah.
The second one is family law. And the third one is labor law.
Labor law. O mind this year watch me asema lawyer Thomas all kanina any say wa kwadre ewo immigration law yeka say immigration law say obi atukwan free ni krom na waba obi man so ensema efa saa akwantu no wetu aba obi man so obetena ho ni nyina no ono ohwe eho ensem ekam and a second one no so a wokaye ne so no se abusua eho ensem ka se ba aban mu a me fa ne se bia wo eba ana ejire ana nua ba na nua be ma ewo fie na wo pese ono so ebeka wonsa wa hase ya eno so ohwe ho ensem ekam ena adwuma sem ho se bia na obi aye adwuma na enkoyi na ebi npa ko pese ofa kan bi so sisi wo no eno so wo de betu nanim a ono so be hwe kan obefa so a ono so betimi atwitwa ageo ewo ho no. And lawyer, you know what, now our viewers know that you are specialized in immigration law, family law, and also labor law. When we say immigration law, what is immigration law?
Immigration law is the aspect of law that deals with everything concerning stay permits for the Netherlands. And it has a lot of Dutch rules are involved, but also a lot of European rules and international rules are involved.
Okay.
So I specialize in those rules and the situations which could get people a permit or even a Dutch passport.
Okay. Dear lawyer Thomas Okeny na ni say bibusa ni say you can say immigration law kra na e no kra anything a wo ye lawyer a wo hwe immigration ho asem eka e no chechi mu say ebi a watu kwan aba ha say na wo pe asetena e wa ha say na peso betena ha say ya eye emra echechire obi a ofi ni krom aba enye so ofi ye man ebibiman mu anasa Africa nko like wo Europe say na peso betena ha say ya say wo de wasem be dan na enkrata asem so obenya kwan atena na so wetimi aye adwuma no ni nyina wo hwe ho asem eka eboa enipa. And lawyer, what is family law?
Family law is the part of law that deals with family relations.
Okay.
So for example, marriage,
Okay.
or fatherhood,
Okay.
or legal custody, those kind of issues. And of course, when you do migration law as well, it's a very nice combination because
Definitely you will come with your family.
Exactly.
Okay. So in this case, if someone is living here and the person have a relation in Africa or any part of Europe, and the person wants the relation to join him or her, is that come under the family law?
That could come both under family law and under migration law.
Okay.
To get the permit, that would be migration law.
Okay.
To get the relationship formalized,
Okay.
to get it an official legal status, that would be family law.
Okay. Diana mi busa lawyer Thomas family law no hono. The okay nyina eno ne say ebi a wo hase na so opese wo ware ware sem ho say bia wo pese woji obi tinem wa hase ebusuasem bia ho no eno so wakwadere wo ma otimi eka eho ensem ho no na me say busa ne say na kire say woka family law na kire say obi wa hase na say ne ho kani anase ne nua na ne baby wo ye krom abibi mamu anase Europe ase baby na opese okofa no ede ne beka ne ho wa hase ya eno so eka family law ne ho ana and what you must say, and only the kind of immigration law, Nina, di aquatin to say, Nina, I say, Ataniata, moving hand in hand, echo honum, no, and I'm not all teaching el honum. They say, maybe about labor law, no, I'm also teaching. And lawyer, you also made mention of labor law. Can you please explain much about it for us?
Labor law is the part of law that deals with the relationship between an employer and an employee, how much money should be paid, how many hours a week you can be asked to work, this kind of questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
O my this year me busa and say labor law no say the bidi kan e kan ye no e na all kire mu say labor law no say bia ma fa wadwuma say me ne wo ye adwuma na siketue mu a metua woka bosome na aso no na bia aye wantwi bi anase hours a wo be ye kami hu ye de nka ye bibifo yi pa so de yekoye adwuma ya ja ye ni se de obeka so be ma ye no ye pedwani bi entini akan no atum but e wo momra mu no e wo mu se obi no be ye adwuma na se o mam hours ni bia na se o sisi wa utimi e fa lawyer na one ne ka ho asem twema nso ni se wuti mi sisi ade na se wuni ma me ka che we fidie we se so obi fa o se adwuma na se o sisi wa utimi fa ho lawyer na utimi ene ne ka e ho asem. And lawyer, you know something, I want us to move away from this immigration law, labor law, and the family law because we've explained much about it, and I hope listeners or viewers have also gotten the understanding about these three areas that you are specialized in. I want us to move to a different level or a different question because to some people, they think lawyers are liars. How true is it?
It's not true at all.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a common misconception. So
Okay.
I'm smiling even though
Okay.
I feel a little bit hurt inside because lawyers are not liars at all. But it's a common misconception. We all watch the American movies,
Yeah.
and probably most of you have been having experiences with
Yeah.
lawyers as well
Yeah.
back in Ghana, and those experiences might.
And even here we've gotten some experience because some lawyers, you go there, you tell them your problem, and at the end of the day or at the end of the procedure, they lose the case. And instead of you to sit with you and just structure the whole thing again and go back to the law court, they tell you, I've taken my money, so you have to pay another money, and they just leave you just like that. That is why I'm asking that question.
Yeah. Lawyers are not liars. There are some, but very little. I mean, there are liars in every walk of life,
yeah.
but usually lawyers are very good people. However, they are not always miracle workers. They know about the law and they know about handling a procedure and getting your story in court. But if your story just isn't good enough for the law, then it might still be that you lose a case. So not every lawyer can win every case, or to be more exact, no lawyer can win every case.
Okay. Oba this year, the na me busa e lawyer Thomas yes we be ni nyina ene say me busa ne say say enkofo bebre no adwe wo muchimu say lawyer fo eye ntrofo say what the was my command say on come on oba ko gina eye court honum no atoto apapa so oba na so lusi case na akoka was waji ni sika ewi enti is say ko no better atnase no ma hwekwa befa so betimi aboa no ono ntina si o was na di sika foforo and a lawyer Thomas H mu che me say if you be a mesa womb, said you na yenimuno, na and you be a enetisa, a beer. No, the answer will be court, no. A be an amount me and fasten on to home we, and nunti and asem no, moody in chuno. Ain't no, say, Unya, lawyer or ye papa, and then the old wasam qua, can ubedin kunim. Ne say, if you be a mensa umudia, nurse a lawyer no soon, you are true for a room, ever honor.
I do have something to add to that.
Okay.
Every lawyer always, when you go to the lawyer for advice or to do a procedure, a lawyer should give you a good estimate of your chances in court or in any other procedure. So a lawyer, before handling your case, he should tell you what are the risks of failure or success, and leave it up to you to weigh those risks against the costs and decide whether the lawyer should take your case or not.
Okay. And Lawyer Thomas, do you know something? Before I go to that question, let me translate what you said. Me pacho, as some lawyer can in said, will be a honoma or call lawyer no honum na. Lawyer or ye papa no meet nothing. Not what share as some no mean what they are two and seniani. Make a seniania or carry a seminal, and I say, so bedin chuno, a was true. And now so bedin kunim it was true. What do you find say beer? What do I say my corner? 100% was to a beer. Oh, it must 75% in each say, Ubedin kunim, a beer, 25% in each say, Ubedin chu like. Say they make an what they must say on. Next, what they are twins and yeni, not what share on. And lawyer, do you know something? To some people, they think lawyers are state authorities. So automatically, if they come to you to tell you their problems, you should be able to solve that problem for the client. What have you got to say about that?
It's a common misconception. A lawyer is not part of the state. A lawyer is independent from the state. He is an expert who knows about the law, and he has some special power to be able to do court procedures, but not as a member of state, but because he has a special function in a society. So that's your answer.
Yeah. That is all. It's the answer. Yeah. Your lawyer can and say, yes, he said, Obi or no man. Or the assembly bar when you say, said, and I may kind of brofono. You say, be bring him say, as some now or the air better no, just say, or can buy no. In the Kianiki or the assembly a country now, as a lawyer needs me a buono, and all cast it, and testa, lawyer and can a buy no. Ain't no what the assembly bar, no much nasty, no master share, only the original, which is what the walk, ama dear moko come home biano, a timmy abba, wafa, I'm already in Kunim ever honum. And lawyer, do you know something? You know, to some people, when they come to the lawyers, let me put it in that, like when they go to any lawyer, they think the lawyers are there to listen to them. And if they don't take care, whatever the client tells the lawyer will take it out. Like lawyers can't keep secrets.
No, that's not true.
What is your take on that?
No, it's simply not true. The defining feature of the lawyer, apart from being an expert in law, the defining feature of the lawyer in the Dutch system is that he is a professional secret keeper. The lawyer is specifically there so you can tell your full story, all your problems, everything you don't even want to know, your husband or your wife or your mother or your children, all your secrets, you can tell it to the lawyer and the lawyer will not tell anybody.
Okay.
Period.
Maybe I just say, oh, shame me. Bibusa lawyer say, and go for be brave. Why dream so much? You say, oko lawyer hona so oko cast match na. Na so you yem so oko no na na. Otimi edipia bontin, and I say otimi efa ejina sa asem no so. Emma, dia me fa na say woni asetena e wo kru we say ma. E dia obema wanya asem na say bibisa. E no so enye no kre. Na lawyers no, ansa mo beba bontin. Abaso mba be ye adwuma te se lawyer no school no omoko no mu be wi a ye mo omu agina honom edi nse eka ntam se omu gina honom na obi di na asem ba se omu kama omu a omu enkasa asem na enche obi o ba bia enu ti se wo hwe misesie ya bebre me ba me ni di nkomo ansa ne betre fidi be sie so no wo ka asem bi chem obi ba ne honom a se obeka asem ni mu do kure a kire ne pa no on cast in the green na enchero na or the wanchin so lawyer no so okojina wachino so one kind of cray anchre na wukojina court one man it's as only masem no krenti no ontimi enka asem ne potin eno na nyame amema na wudi ncho so what the make an asem enti no we say the asem o ka betimi agina so no maka ache wa ohwe me ni say so wo kolo ya wo so ka wasem ache na no kure bia ewomu bia no ka efri say ono na agina honom na wo twitwa age wo wasem na obeka ache no no enti kolo ya honom a asem ni no kure bia no kani nyina e kire no na ono so ehu kwa obefa so beboa e na obi ka na asem wo se wan ton yare a wunya anu edru.
In fact, the secret keeping, the professional secret keeping of the lawyer is so important in Dutch society that even police officers or judges can ask questions to lawyers, but lawyers do not have to answer. So if a lawyer would be asked by a police detective, have you seen this and this person? Or do you know where this and this person lives? Or do you know if this person did a crime? Then a lawyer does not have to answer. And a lawyer won't answer.
The lawyer no eka nyina enene say omu bewe school na say omu di nsi eka ntam na ni nyina eboa efi say so ode wasam ekọ court no na bia police ni gina ho ana say judge wo honom na judge busa asem efa ho a ne de ne say otutwa ajo enti asem bia wo ka kire no say asem ono akasa atra say hu say wudi for kwa no person otutwa ajo e ma wudi bem no emu hia say obeka bibia kire no enti so wo ka wasem hia pa kire na onka emfa entudwa ana say a police for eye nhwehwemu no ombeba ne ho abeka say wunim say sa akwa we say odi boni say ana so odi say e bia wo ade me say wo ka asem ne kire no enti police ni ne ba ne ho no ma oye investigate ni enti no obeka asem ne kure na kire no omonye omadwuma saa no kure no a waka kire no enti no eye say ono so e wo no gina wachi peme ana say pintin say de be ya wo onfa won to asem no beti betwitwa ajo ama so wasum ajo.
Your secrets are safe with lawyers.
Or say, oye wasem hia pa wo pese obi abete no wo de ebra lawyer ho no ma tumuda enye se wada na na egwabontin tumuda.
So because lawyers are professional safekeepers, you shouldn't be afraid to tell all your secrets or all your problems. Actually it's also a very good thing to tell everything and not just part of your story because you are ashamed of some parts, for example. It's very good to tell all of your problems and your complete story, your full story to the lawyer, because only if the lawyer knows fully about your situation, he can assess all the possibilities and give you a good estimation about the rate of success of your case or the possibilities for you to get a permit, for example. So it's very important to tell everything, and you can. It's okay to confide in a lawyer. He won't tell your secrets.
The lawyer eke nyina eni say oba ne ho no ma ana so okolo ya ho no ma bomodia say ensam a ewo wakoma so nyina say wahinta sem nyina no bi so eche lawyer no na ohun say asem say e na eda ho no na ono so ehu kwan a obefa so obeboa ese de bidi ka kai say wan to yare wu hu anu aduru no wunya anu aduru no eni say okọ ne ho no omo te say doctors say bibia ho no mu bia no wo de aginidi ne ka kire no na wo hu ekwan a obefa so ono so ebetumi aboa e wo ho no. We also step out to ask questions from the public. So I would like us to go out, then listen to their questions, then we come back to the studio for the lawyer to answer the questions for us. They make an answer Santi Simontin so Ekubusa adofo dia omo wa simbisebi ema lawyer. Enti yantin Simontin so na yen kobusa enkofo questions omo na yen samra na lawyer so emiya no. Enti yen komra. About your friend saying?
Well, my name is Albert.
Yeah, Albert. Asema Edejwe, what is your take on it?
Well, I think I'll take the first one, which has to do with immigration.
Yeah.
I think some of us, as in Ghanaians based here in the Netherlands, don't really understand the immigration rules and regulations of this country. So in order for us to make a point, it's important that we do at least understand their laws and be able to work within the parameters of their laws. For the rest, I don't have any question, but what I would ask is that what is the long term for those that have been in this country for like 5 years plus and are still not documented? Is there a process behind the scenes that can legalize their stay in this country, or, I mean, are they going to be granted mass amnesty? This is what I would like to know from the lawyer.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
If you just join us, I was speaking with lawyer Thomas. He is a migration lawyer, family lawyer, and also a labor lawyer. And we went out to ask questions from the public for the lawyer to also give us the answers. So we are back to the studio. The making you see Pierre Bontin Eco share the other four so with some person Mubusa lawyer and Yasan Abba. Now and then my name a year lawyer Thomas and a teaching Komo Ewo about TV show. So now or no wakadre Ewo a year immigration law just a certain ewa hase ene ebusuya se bia pese wo ware ana akofa wo yire ana oba free krum e de omo eba kru we se mu wakwadri wo e na adwuma se bia akoye adwuma no pese osisi wa se wo de ne kokot na na akotwema so eno so wakwadri ewu eno na ne yeka ho nsem ne pie monten so ekotie questions adofo so e wo de man ti asamba studio hase ye ban aba beto adwumadie no so na questions ankofo busa no no ono so ansa e de amaye mema wakwa aba biu. Well, lawyer, I hope you heard what this gentleman asked. Do you have any answer for him?
It's a very interesting question, and it's also a very good question, because lots of people wonder exactly about this question. Does having a long stay in the Netherlands without a permit, would it grant a permit? And the answer is, quite sadly, no. There is no permit for people being here for a very long time without documents. Not as such. Always other aspects need to be taken into account. What's good to know is that the Dutch government does not like giving out permits. So they will only give out permits either because they have to, or because they feel that it would be very good for the economic situation of the Netherlands. That last category, those permits are very hard to get. Only professors and university teachers or chemists, those kind of people, they get those kinds of permits. So most people getting permits are permits that the Dutch government has to give out. Not because they want to, but because they have no choice based on international law. And those permits amount to having a family relation in the Netherlands, or being in such a bad condition that it would not do to ask somebody to leave the Netherlands.
Na mi busa lawyer because ye nua be mana ye share no o kan asem say anana obusa lawyer say se obi abetina ye kuro we say mu emfie bebre ebro emfie enum ekona ekwan bi wo ho no mo say ono so betimi anya asetena e wa ha say e na lawyer echechi mu say we die we very sorry anasa ye ne so okasa asem we say ekwan bi ya eni ho no say ubenya asetena e wa ha say na omo ye mo sa asetena mo tena ha say no eye e wo sa kwan we say so ma betena ache no eye obi a bi a wo ye teacher ni a wo betera ade wa ha say bi a professor anasa obi a wo ye enu wo ye nro ho nsem me kire eye chemist anasa obi a waba ha say na say bibi a wo be ye no ebeboa ahase aban no anasa ha aban na ato nsa afre no se obra hase na omeye emwa no omo ne yema omo sa eniema no said they make an what you say. And lawyer, to ask a question based on what this gentleman asked, I also asked, because in his question he also made mention of amnesty. Somebody who has been here for 5 years plus, is there any way for him, for the government to also give the person any amnesty?
There's not an official permit currently. However, in the history of Dutch migration law, there have been 2 moments of amnesty being given to a large group of people. One time was because a lot of people asking for asylum, those procedures weren't handled very well by the Dutch government. So at some point the Dutch government said, okay, everybody who has now been waiting in procedure for a long period can pick up their permits.
That is the first one.
That would be the first.
Yeah. na me bisa lawyer say ye nua be ma no e kasa no bisa say enka obi yo chese obi a watena ha say abro enfie enum no chese ye ntimi ma no ekwan ma ne entena ha say bia aban no e kasa wedi watena mu ache ntimi aban na kasa me firi me mu mo nkrata mo matena ha say eno o say obeye bibisa na na sa aban ne be bibisa na ejane ma me no so die di kan ene say obi aba ha say na wode na asem akodan o mo say ebi e mikrum ye hwehwe me ai mi BBC ana ye hwehwe me ekumi ana to kwesi mikrum eno ntimi aduane de me ho aba be sha ha say ebi eni ba bebre atwen e wo ho no mo say omo twen wo sa akwan no se de be ya omo say ebe mo asetena aba ne so oh okay ebi eni ba bebre na o matwen ni ntino ma me fa sa akwan we so na me mo enkrata no one fa sa akwan we so amo mo enkrata eno ne di kan. And what is the second one?
The second amnesty regulation that was made it was only last year, and it was especially for children who grew up in the Netherlands without documents, and under certain conditions they are allowed to have a special permit just to have them legalized, because they have been living in the Netherlands for such a long time and they grew up here, they went to school here, and given some conditions those children are given a permit as well.
Na mi bisa lawyer said na second one na all can e amnesty die no eno so anything eno say no kwa de afi etwa mu chese 2013 etwa mu ena saa aban eye saa ade no bi e wo man we si mu chese akra ye de na ba ha se awanyi e wa ha se wa be ko school wa ha se watena ha se ya che awoni asetena e wa ha se no omo ne ma omo saa ekwanya no e mo musu enya enkrata e wa ha se sikeni ma ye brofo ma bre mene lawyer Thomas ene twetwe nkomo no ene enye eda etwato ye ne no etwetwe nkomo e wo sa afidi we si so emre bia omodi eye mra foforo ba mede ne ba betena Abrabɔ TV show yi so na wa chechire mu e de ya kire ye na tembia so mesa de naba na emransem bia ho no bia ye pese ye ka ho asem no ya ka ama wo so a wo hwe ye wo fie no wo so wanya ho ente ase se wo hwe mi sisi na so pese o frɛ lawyer na wo ka won sem bi kire no na ono so echeche mu kire wa me de amatrofo no egu afidie na ase tro na frɛ lawyer anaso obetimi afrɛ mi osikanyim na me de eye ne telephone number no ama no akɔ ne honom akɔhuna ne na atwetwe enkomo ukɔ ne honom a unkutu eska bia wudi ka akɔhuna na okobusa nsem a untu eska bia untu ahwe eye kwa kwani honom ne kobusa ne nsem so enkeka nsem a ese ohu enkyero aha ena mede ubesi mede lawyer number ebema na watimi akɔ ne honom na na akɔtwetwe enkomo na me kyerɛ se wuti mi na me kyerɛ se wo hwɛ mi dasene yebesen ehia me ma moniti a adehye